Hello there. Ooh, thanks for taking the time to process the Mount Pleasant Yacht Club results. It's an important job, and the sailors really appreciate having time to up-to-date results. What we're going to do in this video is just to step you through the setup of all the applications you need to do the results processing. We're going to start with Sailwave. So firstly, I'm going to open my trusty browser, download it. So you should be able to see that coming up shortly. Alright, so I'm just using Edge here as a Windows default, and I'm going to Sailwave. Just do a Bing search and it should be the first thing that pops up. Sailwave, go to the website. Okay, we're at the website and we'll click the download link and make sure you choose the download link. Here we go. Just click that and that should just download it, and then you can see it download into your browser, and then when that's finished, then you'll be able to just find that in your that little file button, and then you can just minimize this browser, and then you can just double click the application there to get started. I'm not going to reinstall it on this one because I've already got it installed on this machine. So once you've installed it, you should see. Apologies, my machine is very slow. Okay, so when you've installed Sailwave, you should have the Sailwave link on your desktop and Sailwave data. There's two links on your desktop, so that's all good. The next step we're going to do is install Python, and the easiest way to check if Python is already installed is to open up a command prompt, just like I'm doing here, and just type the word Python into the command prompt. And if nothing happens, then it'll probably take you to the Windows Store, like it's taking me there now. And the best thing to do from that point on is, once it gets to the Windows Store, is to just click, it should take you to the Python download, and just click Get. And we'll just click Get. Make sure we get Python. And hopefully that works. It's just probably asking me to sign in. Okay, so I'm going to sort of skip through, pause. So you can see that's just installing now. And once it finishes installing, then we'll just go back to our command prompt, and it should then be a little bit different once we do that. So now when we type Python in our command prompt, we should get a little terminal prompt there saying Python and so forth. So that means Python's been successfully installed. Happy days. We'll just quit out of that. And the next thing we're going to do now is install Git. So again, same kind of procedure. We'll just see if, by typing Git, see if that's recognized. It's not. Okay, it's not a Windows Store application, so we're going to have to just jump on to Edge and download it. And the easiest thing there is just to search for Git for Windows. and we'll just go to the download. And I'm just going to click the download for Windows. And most likely, if you're using a reasonably modern computer, you want to be getting the 64-bit Git for Windows. So we'll just click that. This is just while we wait for the computer to. Once that's finished downloading, we're just going to open that up and install it. We'll just go through the prompts, just accepting all the defaults. And we'll just do that. And we just leave Super Visual Studio Code as the default editor. Actually, we won't. We'll just use an editor. And we'll just keep clicking through. And we'll just click through these. And we'll just see how we go with the install. Okay, so that's now complete. I'm just going to click finish. And now when we go back to our command prompt, we should try git again, and it should work or not. Sometimes it just requires a restart of the command prompt, so I'll just restart that. And now if we try git, yep, you can see it's now working, so we'll just leave that there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just create a new folder for saving the results in. I'm going to use my Windows Explorer to do this, and I'm just going to pop it in Documents, and I'm going to make a new folder called, and I'm going to name it, for ease of reference, just MPYC results. I'm going to navigate into it, and then I'm just going to open a new command window from this point here. Easiest way to do that is just type command in the top there. Okay, now using git, I'm going to download the repository from online. So just go and type this command, git clone https://github.com/windcrusader/MPYC results. And hopefully that will work. If that's successful, it should be receiving all the objects. Brilliant, that's all been successful. You can see it's made in another new directory there, MPYC_results. And in here, if we navigate in here, you can see all the history of the results, some scripts, and various things. So always the way the results are organized is by year. So you can see the most recent results when this video is being recorded is the 23-24. So I'll just navigate into that with double clicking, and then we can see we've got two previous results from the opening weekend, and we've got the master template here from which is where we later keep all the full record of the season's results. So I'll leave that there. It looks like the setup's all good, and we'll step through actually creating a new set of results in the next video.